Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on XLM or Stellar. Wanted to do a full update right here. Wanted to talk about the possibilities, the higher time frame structure, the main areas potentially also where we can buy some Stellar, and if we're still interested in that in the first place as well. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's get right into it. Now, first of all, look, I've covered Stellar quite extensively, or at least it's on my list to at least update once a week here on the channel. First of all, because I know quite a lot of you are interested in that. But second of all, also because I thought Stellar over the last month was at least fundamentally quite interesting, right? I mean, what we saw during the beginning of June. Mostly, unfortunately, it has died down a little bit. But what we saw is that Stellar had a super impressive increase of stable coins on the network. Right, we saw an increase from $173 million of stable coins on Stellar up to a shocking $680 million of stable coins on the network. And then outside of that, the total value locked from the middle of May until right now is still up a lot as well, right? So the total value locked went from 50 million up to $87 million. And then the DEX trading volumes also saw a spike of being more than $4 million at the beginning / the middle of June. So those were all reasons fundamentally to be quite excited about Stellar, and there's some other developments that, you know, might not have that direct short-term impact on the fundamentals or on the price of XLM. And the fundamentals of XLM. So that's something to be relatively excited about. But what we have seen, and that's also partially because it's summer, right? And summer markets always die down a little bit. But what we have seen right now is that it has decreased, right? TVL has decreased, stablecoin market cap has decreased, and the DEX trading volumes have decreased. And technically, we never saw the momentum that we wanted to see, right? I mean, what we saw, for example, when XLM made the bottom right here in the middle of April, is we not only saw high volume with the bottom, we also saw relatively high volume buying the prices back up. And then when we made this bottom right here, Sunday the 22nd of June, volume was quite good, but it was less than half of the volume we had at the beginning of April, and we never really got that momentum, or at least we were never able to reclaim the most important level for XLM, around 25 cents. And we still haven't been able to do so. So that means that, you know, unless we're able to reclaim that level, which I do think it's a possibility, but it's going to be extremely hard, right? I mean, we need either very strong markets for a prolonged time. We need some very strong fundamentals for XRP or XLM, right? Because XLM is quite correlated to XRP. But we need to see something like that. And at this point of time, also in combination with how XLM has been reacting to the technicals as we can see them right now, which we also saw yesterday with a very strong reaction right here to the 12-hour downtrend. I would say, you know, stability. Okay, stability. I do see here. So that means stability here on top of 22.5 cents. But when we're talking about getting a breakout or buying because of the breakout, I would say no. Wait for the breakout, and if we actually do have a breakout with strength, I'll be the first to tell you, and I'll tell you I'm going to buy. Right, but at this point of time, I would say that there's more potential to actually buy lower, right? So then we're talking about this level right here, maybe not even 20 cents, but actually towards like 17.5 cents. Even though I think it's unlikely we're going to go there in the short term, that looks like a much wiser buying decision right now, given the way technically that XLM is looking, rather than buying right here and you know, trying to predict a breakout when there's technically at least, fundamentally okay, but technically at least there's no reason to suspect that that's going to happen. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I think stability right now is most likely, but if I would have to put my money on one side to break, it would unfortunately be the downside. But I'll keep you updated on that. That is at least what I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.